Have you ever said something in anger and regretted it the moment it left your lips? Or chased someone you knew wasn't good for you, just because your heart said so? Tell me, how many times have your emotions driven the car, while your logic sat tied up in the trunk? If that struck a nerve, don't click away, because this video could be the beginning of your freedom from emotional slavery. Before we begin, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video if you've ever been caught in a whirlwind of emotions that ruined your peace. And stick with me till the end. This might just be the one shift that transforms your love life, your mindset, and the way you carry yourself through this chaotic world. There was a man I knew once, let's call him Amir. Amir was successful, disciplined, and respected. But behind closed doors, he was a prisoner. Not in chains or bars, no. His prison was invisible, and it wore the name of anger, jealousy, fear, and worst of all, attachment. He loved hard, but every relationship turned toxic. He worked hard, but one insult could ruin his entire week. He planned everything, but one unexpected event could throw him into a storm of anxiety. He wasn't living, he was surviving, and barely at that. What Amir didn't realize was this: emotions are meant to serve you, not control you. And until he reclaimed his power, he would forever be a slave to his emotional reactions. And chances are, so are you. So what does it mean to be a slave to your emotions? It means your feelings dictate your actions. You're not responding to life, you're reacting. You feel lonely, so you text your ex. You feel disrespected, so you lash out. You feel anxious, so you freeze and procrastinate. Here's the ugly truth most people don't tell you. You can love someone deeply and still need to walk away. You can feel angry and still respond with silence. You can be hurt and still choose peace, but only if you take back control. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt completely calm, even when things went wrong? If the answer is never or rarely, then this video is for you. There's a powerful story, often told by Native American elders. Maybe you've heard it, but today listen deeper. A young boy once asked his grandfather, "Grandfather, I feel like there are two wolves inside me. One is full of anger, envy, sorrow, and regret. The other is calm, kind, humble, and wise. They're fighting. Which one will win?" The grandfather replied, "The one you feed." Now pause. Which wolf have you been feeding lately? Have you been giving power to your impulses? Have you let your jealousy stalk someone's social media? Have you let your sadness isolate you from everyone who cares? Most people don't realize emotions are feedback, not commands. Just because anger shows up doesn't mean you need to throw a grenade. Just because you feel attraction doesn't mean the person deserves access to your heart. Here's a shift that changed everything for me. Every emotional trigger is a teacher. When someone says something and it enrages you, ask, "What wound did this touch?" When rejection hits you hard, ask, "Why does my worth depend on someone's validation?" That anxiety before a big decision, what is it teaching you about your need for control? You see, most people resist emotions. They label some as bad and others as good. But real mastery comes when you stop judging your feelings and start decoding them. When you understand the why behind the emotion, you take its power back. You don't suppress it. You study it. That's when you stop being a slave and become a master. Here's a simple but brutal technique I use. The 3-second rule. The moment an emotion flares up, pause. Just 3 seconds. And in those 3 seconds ask, is this response going to make me proud tomorrow? Am I acting on impulse or intention? Will this action bring peace or prolong the pain? You'd be shocked how many mistakes, arguments, regrets, and breakdowns vanish just because you gave yourself 3 seconds of awareness. You're not weak for feeling. You're strong for choosing how you act. Here's another harsh truth. Emotions lie, reality doesn't. Your mind might scream they don't care about you, but the truth is they didn't text back because they were asleep. You might feel like I'm a failure, but the truth is you're just overwhelmed and underrested. You might feel like I'll never find someone who truly loves me, but the truth is you haven't even healed from the last one yet. Emotions magnify fear and minimize facts. That's why being ruled by them leads to irrational decisions and a chaotic life. The most stoic, powerful, and attractive people are those who walk through storms with calm steps. Not because they feel nothing, but because they don't let feelings make decisions for them. Many confuse emotional control with coldness. That's a lie. Emotional detachment is not about being numb. It's about being clear. It's seeing the situation as it is, not as your fears or desires wish it to be. It's loving someone and still walking away if they're toxic. It's feeling sad and still showing up for your responsibilities. It's feeling anger and still choosing peace. You become untouchable not because you don't feel, but because you don't fold. That's real power. So how to practice emotional mastery daily? Let's get practical. Here are 5 habits that will rewire your emotional brain. Number 1. Journaling. Write what you feel and why. Name it, understand it. Number 2. Breathwork. When emotions rise, control your breath. Slow breath times slow mind. Number 3. Delayed response. Never respond to emotional texts or calls in the moment. Wait. Number 4. Cold exposure, cold showers, or cold air teach your nervous system to stay calm under discomfort. Number 5. Reading Stoic wisdom. Daily doses of Marcus Aurelius. Epictetus Seneca remind you to lead, not follow your emotions. Let's talk about relationships because that's where emotional slavery shows up the most. You chase someone who disrespects you. Why? Because you're addicted to the high of validation. You stay with someone toxic. Why? Because fear whispers, you'll never find better. You lash out in fights. Why? Because pride says, I need to win. You see, love isn't about feeling butterflies. It's about choosing peace over chaos and choosing someone who brings clarity, not confusion. You want to change your love life? Master your emotions. No more texting her back just because she made you feel lonely. No more begging for closure. No more crying over someone who would never cry for you. You deserve more, but you'll only attract it when you start walking with emotional discipline. Remember Amir? He hit rock bottom after his fiancée left him. He fell into a spiral of rage, depression, panic attacks. But something changed. He stopped asking, why did she leave me? And started asking, oh, what do I need to heal inside me? He trained his mind like a warrior. Every morning began with breath work. Every night ended with journaling and stoic reading. He didn't become heartless. He became centered. He still feels, but now he chooses. And today people ask him how he stays so calm when life burns around him. His answer? I used to be a slave to my emotions. Now they work for me. So are you ready to stop reacting and start responding? To stop chasing emotional highs and start living with clarity? To stop being a slave and finally be free? If this video spoke to your soul, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Comment below, I choose peace over impulse. Because this isn't just a YouTube video, it's a turning point. And with that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.